Good evening, everyone, or good day, or good morning, whenever you're watching this. This live stream isn't really about music, but perhaps, well, I will be talking about a song, or maybe what a song can do to a person. So, when I was young, I heard Elvis Presley, my youth, or my childhood hero. He said something about, at a Grammy Award, I think it was, he said something along the lines of, I learned early in life that without a song, the day would never end. And without a song, a man ain't got a friend. Without a song, the road will never bend without a song. So I keep singing my song. And that stuck with me and has been true for my life, at least. Music has been a very important part of my life, and it is too with regards to Ukraine. I'm actually learning Ukrainian by way of learning Ukrainian songs. Anyway, about 30 years, I think it's actually 30 years ago this year, the Danish singer-songwriter Alan Olsen, one of my all-time heroes, released a song called Wir will ein Danmark, or Wir will ein gute Danmark. It translates something it translates to something like, we want a good or a better Denmark. And it became one of his biggest hit songs, and I loved it back then, but I had absolutely no idea that 30 years later, or maybe 26 years later, but right now it's 30 years later, it would suddenly become more relevant to my life than ever before. Back then, I had never met a Ukrainian. I had never traveled to Ukraine. I certainly wasn't spending hours learning the language or studying the culture or following news about Ukraine. I wasn't helping Ukrainians here in Denmark because that wasn't necessary. None of that existed in my life yet. I couldn't even have pointed out where Ukraine was at that time. I have actually a video about this. But yeah, it was just not part of my life. Vi vil ein gute Danmark. Godt for os og godt for dem, det bliver et okay Danmark. Hvor velkommen her falder nemt, og venlighed er trend. Og velkommen her falder nemt, og venlighed er trend. So if you know any Danish, you will already understand that this song is about how we are welcoming refugees or whoever may come to our country and enrich our culture and help us grow as people. But every now and then I hear negative comments online or live about Ukrainians living here in Denmark, and about how they should just go home and fight their own war, and we don't have enough money or surplus to help them. And I know these comments come from a very small minority of Danish or Danes, and most of us want to help and are helping. I can see that from all the donations. Within a month, or very soon, I'll be going to Ukraine with an organization that has already donated 900 cars to Ukraine. That doesn't come from a few people, it's a lot of people donating. So anyway, these negative comments, I know that Ukrainians also read them. And I always wonder what that might feel like. I mean, there's no way you can imagine without trying it, how it must feel to leave your country, leave your family and friends behind because you're afraid that your children might get killed, because your neighbors are trying to kill you. Like, that alone is impossible to fathom for people who haven't tried it. And much less how do you cope with people then when you go there mocking you and saying you're not welcome. So that made me think of this song again, and it made me realize maybe some ideas stay with us for years before finally life gives them new meaning. And I've been thinking about recording this song. I think I will, not because I can improve it over Ellen Olsen's version. I definitely can. Nobody can, I think. But because I want to dedicate it to Ukrainians living here who have built a new life here, who have had to build a new life. And I don't know how I'll publish it yet. I think it will be on this channel, actually. And honestly, but yeah, I find it very difficult to record it because every single time I try, I become emotional. Yeah, maybe that's because it isn't really about music anymore. There is a much bigger story behind all this, and it's one that for me started 30 years ago and somehow ends in Ukraine. I think that's going to become a proper video on this channel, yeah. And I hope you'll watch it. So anyway, that's it for today. Leave a comment below. Best way to support the channel, give us a like and a follow, and I will see you on the next one. Oh, I almost forgot. Slava Ukraini.